What's going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer here, head of Community 4 out of the Park Developments. I'm joined again tonight by JJ Cooper from Baseball America. JJ, how's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I added to my personal collection of baseball cards recently. As we talked about, I think last time, I have my 2017 Ronald Acuna Baseball America's Dean's List card.
Yes, we did talk about that.
Now I've added the 2017 Topps Heritage Baseball America All-Star Ronald Acuna card. So now I've got both.
It's a very select, like collection. The Baseball America Ronald Acuna cards.
Yeah.
But very cool.
I did not know he was signed to a $100,000 signing bonus out of Venezuela. Then he has an electric tool set that includes plus bat speed, plus running speed, advanced plate discipline, plus raw power, a strong arm, and first step explosiveness in center field.
All those things I think are still accurate.
That's like 6 tools, if you count them. It's pretty good.
He's a 7-tool player.
True.
Swagger is also a clear plus tool for him.
Swagger unmatched from Ronald Acuna Jr. And if you guys want to know about new prospects, I highly recommend you go pre-order the 2021 Baseball America Prospect League, the Baseball America Handbook. Link in the
Prospect
chat.
Handbook, yep.
$34.99, I believe.
I believe that is right.
Yeah.
And we are working on that right now. We were rolling out the top 10s on the site, baseballamerica.com, and then we go to 30 plus in the handbook. And so working on that now. That is the massive project of the fourth quarter of every year.
Yeah, you can also
Christmas, we send it right before Christmas to the printer. Oof. And so Christmas is always a giant exhale of, I'm tired.
Then you take a week off and come right back to it.
Yep.
You can also pre-order the 2021 Baseball America Almanac, 2021 Baseball America Super Register,
and the directory.
I think I'm going to get myself the directory. I think that's going to be my.
This year, unfortunately, the directory is going to be who is so basically.
Or is that going to have to be delayed because we don't know who's where or what?
Well, hopefully by then we'll know. That we don't finish that up to the end of January, so we got a little time.
A little bit. I want you to tell us a little bit about your most recent piece over at Baseball America, talking about the new proposed travel rules. Because I knew about some of this stuff before, but now there's some new stuff going in there, and it's all crazy.
So if you're a player, good news if you're a player. Because if you're a player, minor league player, the rules here is 2 buses instead of 1, sleeper buses for overnight trips, all kind of stuff like that, which is a vastly superior experience if you're a player traveling. The flip side is there also are limits. 350 miles or more needs to be an off day the next day on a road trip, or you need to fly. Well, there's a lot of cost to that, obviously, for the minor league teams that they're not particularly thrilled about, maybe. But the other thing is that if you're flying out of a major metropolitan city to another major metropolitan city, that's not that big of a deal. If you're flying out of, well, not flying out of, if you are, say, in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and you have to get to, I don't know, West Michigan's ballpark or Great Lakes up in Michigan, you're not flying direct. You're busing to Louisville or Nashville to fly out, and then you're flying from there, probably connecting through Chicago, and then connecting from Chicago, then flying out, then busing over from there. And it may not be as beneficial to the travel as it would be if you were going from, Nashville to Atlanta. I mean, to Atlanta for like a international league game where you got to go Nashville to Gwinnett. That's direct, airport to airport, not nearly as big a deal. So there are potentially some hurdles with that.
Yeah, we're still going through trying to figure out what's going on between Major League Baseball, MILB, and whatever new version of minor league baseball is going to look like. Because there's still no contract between MLB and MILB, right?
As of yet, no. Although the election now, happening tonight.
That doesn't stop baseball at all, because we got our Gold Glove wins tonight.
But it does mean that we may be more closer. It may be closer to, you know, to the announcement of what's going to happen with the minor leagues.
That would be good news for everybody. I mean, that would help you guys know what you're doing. That would
Yes.
definitely help us know what we're doing, setting up leagues for out of the park for next year and everything. That would be some extremely
Helpful for
valuable
everyone.
information. And then I can figure out what baseball stadium I'm going to go to next year, assuming I can go to baseball stadiums next year. That would be a good thing to plan.
Oh, to dream.
Yeah. Still upset. I wanted to go to 12 this year, and I don't know how many of those are still going to be professional baseball leagues and maybe not college wood bat leagues now. I don't. There's a lot of research I have to do.
We again, I do think by the end of the month we'll have a better answer on that for you.
Excellent. Let's talk about Baseball America Prospects League.
Here we are.
After 15 streams, we are here at the World Series of the Baseball America Prospects League between the Twins and the Dodgers. So Dodgers could win the real World Series and the BAPL World Series.
I wonder which title is more important.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like a lot of people have been talking about with the Dodgers recently. It's like they can do all the good stuff like a small market team does, but then also go out and get, Mookie Betts or sign all these guys to huge contracts. They're kind of like the perfect mixture of craziness right now. And they're going to lose players they're probably going to lose Justin Turner. And they have multiple players that can fill those spots or move some guys around and fill those spots. Like if he's gone, Edwin Rios could come be the starting third baseman, or maybe Seager moves over to third base and Gavin Lux comes up and plays there. They have a plethora of options everywhere.
Oh, by the way, they might just say, you know what, Francisco Lindor may be available. Maybe we go get him.
Yeah. Now with Will Smith becoming a very good catcher, is Kybert Ruiz someone that they want to move? That
I think he would be absolutely available. I mean, you can play both of them, but at the same time,
yeah,
you have a very good everyday catcher already established at the big league level.
That's what you can do when you have amazing development and a lot of money. You can do crazy stuff like that, and you can get Mookie Betts, and then the next season go and get Francisco Lindor if you really wanted to. So that's kind of crazy for a team.
Very, very, very. But so now we have them going off against the Twins, who, by the way, in the BAPL have a little bit more playoff good fortune than they do in real life. So
yeah.
in the BAPL, the 21st century Twins can win playoff games.
To be fair, they've never lost a playoff series in the BAPL.
That is fair.
So that's kind of crazy.
So far. Now we will see if that can continue.
Yeah, and they've had some good success against the Dodgers during the regular season. Ryan Jeffers, 5 for 14 with 2 home runs. Gilberto Celestino, 6 for 17. So they got guys that can go against this team. Royce Lewis. Oh, my God. Let me tell you about Alex Kirilloff. On other nights on this channel, we do a Chicago White Sox franchise. Mm-hmm. And last night we were in
Chicago Hope.
The Chicago Hope franchise. Everybody should be watching it. Check out the archives on youtube.com/OOTP Developments.
Check it out.
So we were in the 2022 AL Division Series going against the Twins. And Alex Kirilloff, we won the ALCS. Alex Kirilloff won MVP because he hit I think four home runs and was 8 for 20 on us and had 10 or 12 RBIs or something. He just, every time he came up, it was a home run or something very bad for our team. And it made that series quite stressful for us. Yeah, looks like, let's see, looks like Devin Smeltzer and Dustin May in the first game. So let's finish today. Yeah, Devin Smeltzer and Dustin May. We'll probably sim 3 of these just to see where we are.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right, so first game, Twins defeat the Dodgers 3-1. Let's see what happened here. Double for Larnach and Celestino. Double for Mann and a home run for Mann.
Devin Mann.
Yeah. Smeltzer went 6 in the third, giving up 1 run. May went 6 in the third, giving up 3 runs, 2 earned. And Stashak was able to get the save for the Twins. So
Better in the BAPL playoffs than he was in the real playoff.
Yeah. Who's this guy? A lot of Durans in baseball nowadays.
That's Johan. Throws 100.
I just learned about Duran a couple weeks ago. I'm very excited for
Red
him.
Sox.
Jordan Blazovic versus Mitchell White in game 2. And the Dodgers tie it up with an 11-2 win. Probably a lot of offense in that game.
Did they score 11 in the first?
They scored 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth, and 1 in the seventh. No first inning runs in either of these games, I don't believe, actually. Kendall with a home run, Pages with a home run for the Dodgers. A bunch of doubles for the Twins. Mitchell White went 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs. Blazovic did get lit up, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned.
Not a good day for the Canadian.
The bullpen did not help either. Edouard Colina, 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 runs. And Cole Sands, 1 1/3, 3 hits, 4 runs. So, all those guys did not do good. Though, Jorge Alcala, he did get 2 innings of no-hit relief, so I guess that's something to look forward to in the next game from them, maybe. But this is better because now the series is tied, which means
now the series is tied.
We'll definitely stream a good game then. Tony Gonsolin versus Blaine Enlow. Dodgers win.
I'm going to say Dodgers here. Yep. I was going to guess the Dodgers there.
Yep, 6-0. Anybody do anything big for the Dodgers? Home run for Ruiz. Home run for Lux. 2 guys that could be helping them next year. Or helping them trade for other pieces next year. Well, I guess if you're going to get Lindor,
Tony
you could
Gonsolin,
give up...
really good. Beating up on Blaine Enlow.
Wait, so if you're going to try to trade for Lindor, you could probably give up Lux and Ruiz.
And
more if you...
And a pitcher or 2, yeah.
Wow.
Although, the question is, how much do you give up for a guy who's only got 1 year left?
Yeah. Especially with the CBA ending. Many tough decisions lie ahead. Gonsolin went 7 innings, 6 hits, no runs. So, pretty good.
By the way, Cardinal Fan 3000, who is a faithful watcher of this, I am currently working on the Cardinals top 10 for Baseball America, which means that I was deep in analysis of Dylan Carlson and Nolan Gorman today. Just thought you'd want to know.
He's very excited, I can tell. All right, now we have Edwin Uceta and Randy Dobnak.
He's just going to go back 2-2. I'm thinking 2-2 here.
I think this is the Twins here. Yep. Twins win 5-4. In extras, they walked it off in the bottom of the 11th. Jeffers with a walk-off single against Victor Gonzalez, who went 2 1/3, only to surrender the run. Cody Stashak went 3 innings. He got a blown save and the win. It's pretty good. I did not you could get a hold in a blown save situation. Interesting.
Did he get a hold too?
No, Duran got the hold.
Right, because he was in a save situation but handed it off, so that would be the hold. He didn't blow it.
Yeah. I just figured once the team blew the save.
Yeah, no, you did. He did his job though. He held. It's Stashak who failed to hold the reservation.
True. All right,
so
now we're
old Seinfeld.
Game 5. Always a very important game in a series.
And I'm guessing we're going to be simming games. I mean, we're going to be playing game 6 because that will be perfect.
Yes, I guess we should. Well, might have to do 6 and 7 depending on how it goes.
Yeah.
Josiah Gray versus Matt Cantorino. Sure.
Yeah, he's from Rice.
Josiah
Gray. Josiah Gray is from D2 school, was a shortstop. Why am I forgetting? I watched him play in college. Oh, that's embarrassing on my part.
I could just tell you if you'd like.
Lemoyne.
Lemoyne is correct. He went 5 1/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs. So he actually, let's say he outdueled Cantorino, who went 5 2/3, 4 hits, 4 earned runs. Ooh, Cody Sands. Didn't Cody Sands pitch good before, right?
Yeah,
One,
is that Cody or Cole?
this is Cole. My bad.
Cole, that's what. Yeah, the Cole seems. Yeah,
1 inning, 4 hits, 5 earned runs.
yeah. He's got to look in the mirror and know that that was kind of on him.
Yeah. Did he?
And here we go. So we have the Dodgers playing for a second title.
I'm gonna say they should not use Sands anymore. Because in 2 and a third innings in this, he's let up 9 runs, all of them earned.
Yeah, yeah. He should not be coming into the next game.
Interesting. All right. So what do we got here? We get a day off as we travel back to Los Angeles. Because, we believe in playing the World Series in your home ballpark. Some people don't. We believe
But
in
here we do.
Devin
Good
Smeltzer
matchup here.
and Dustin May. Yeah, very good matchup. All right, let's see what we got here. For the Twins, at shortstop, Royce Lewis. Then Nick Gordon at second base. Kirilloff in right. Brent Rooker at first. Lamont Wade Jr. in left. Ryan Jeffers behind the plate. Trevor Larnach is DH. Gilberto Celestino in center. There's always one. Keone Cavaco.
Keone Cavaco.
Cavaco?
First rounder out of California High School in 2019.
Ooh. And Devin Smeltzer. I'll let you read the Dodgers.
Here we go. Jaron Kendall leading off in center field. DJ Peters in right field. Big power. Gavin Lux, our Baseball America Minor League Player of the Year in 2019 at shortstop. Edwin Rios, who did play third base to finish the clinching game of the World Series after Justin Turner tested positive for COVID, playing first base here. Cleanup. Gabriel Ruiz at catcher. Devin Mann from Louisville DHing. Michael Bush, first rounder from North Carolina, playing second base. Cody Hosey, recent high draft pick from Tulane, playing third, and Andy Page is in left. And on the mound, Dustin May, who again, if you watch the playoffs, you saw a lot of the red-haired, massive hair of Dustin
May. We are set to control these teams. We are not going to do that. We're going to leave that up to the teams. All right, let's start it up. Let's see what happens here. So May versus Lewis leads it off. If you guys have any questions for JJ,
fire away.
Feel free to ask them. And if the game noise is too loud, let me know, because it looks high to me, but I could be crazy. Does seem loud.
Oh, sorry, Max Fire. So Lacey or Witt, number one, or Lynch. Obviously, we haven't finalized it yet, but I'm just going to say Bobby Witt Jr. is, if you said who are guys who actually improved their stock during a season with no minor league games, Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be one of the guys that's very high up on that list for me. We usually see runs in the first, by the way.
And right now, the Twins already have 2 guys on base, so we're looking good to keep that streak up. Alex Kirilloff with a single. No RBI, though. That would give me some PTSD from last night.
So Dustin May, really a terrible way to start a game where you could clinch it.
Yeah, he's given up now a walk and 3 straight hits as the Twins lead 1-0.
Still no outs. We may be watching 2.
Ooh, grinder to short. Only gets the out at second. So they get another run. How has the absence of minor league games affected your rankings?
It does make it harder. I mean, I don't want to lie about it. Like, we are trying to gather every bit of info we can in a very unusual year, and at the same time not overreacting to that information. So, like, what I mean by that is we're getting info on what happened at all sites. But that info, absolutely, admittedly, is somewhat largely comes from the teams themselves. We also are getting information from what's happening instructionally. Thankfully, with that, we can kind of, in some cases, independently verify with sources from other teams who saw them play in those games. That helps. Now we're also incorporating, we got winter ball getting ready to start. And so we're incorporating what happened in winter ball. But that said, no minor league games is, it is a bummer. It also means, but we actually are a little fortunate this year in that a whole lot of players played in the majors, but didn't play enough to graduate. So like Dylan Carlson played in the majors for the Cardinals this year, but didn't graduate. So we have a lot to react to with Dylan Carlson. I'm working on the Cardinals. We have a lot to react to with Kwang Young Kim. We have a lot to react to with Lane Thomas, who was pretty bad this year after a good little cup of coffee in 2019. So there's still a lot to react to, a lot to gather information from. That said, it's a year unlike any other, and I look forward to having a minor league season next year again, to where we can base a lot more on what happened and what we see, what we talk to scouts seeing in the in a regular minor league season. Hope that explains it.
Cavaco with the solo home run.
Wow.
To make it 3-zip Twins here. I feel like there was word about the Dominican Winter League, but I don't remember anything about it.
So far, it's on, and Australia's on, and there are going to be a lot of prospects there. Wander Franco is supposed to play for Escondido.
I feel like I saw for like $15 or $20 you could stream the whole Dominican
Winter
League.
15 for now. It'll go up to 20 soon. On November 14th, I believe it goes up to 20. But you can stream it the whole season for $15.
I need to find that link.
drsports.tv. If you're interested.
Alex, write that down for me and send it to me in Discord. I'm going to assume that's all in Spanish.
It is. You can work on your Spanish while watching the game.
I feel like baseball sounds a lot better in Spanish if you're just listening to it.
It does. It is pretty cool in Spanish. So Tim, the how much stock you put in small sample size, that's what I'm saying. That's the trick, is not overreacting. Lane Thomas was, like, to give you an example, again, I'm working on the Cardinals right now. Lane Thomas, had a bad September. Well, fourth outfielder for the Cardinals. I don't want to overreact to a bad September in general. Throw in on the top of that, oh yeah, by the way, he had COVID in August. Okay, so that may be a little bit of a contributing factor as well. And then with all that, you kind of say, okay, I don't want to go overboard on this. At the same time, you do want to see, Major League, you don't go overboard on it, but at the same time, you have to make allowances for it too. Like Randy Rosarina is going to rise up on a raise list. He already has risen up on a raise list, I should say. It's live at baseballamerica.com. And there's a reason for that. Devin Mann. Oh. Deep fly.
Yeah, 2020 is one of those weird years where you really have to be, I don't know, I feel like you have to look at it as a whole and kind of throw out a lot of it, but not all of it, I guess. Because is Mookie Betts really the worst hitter ever against left-handed pitching? If you look at his whole career, no. He's very, very good against left-handed pitching. But if you just look at 2020, he's like the worst to ever do it. So is Randy Rosarina going to be on the cover of the prospect handbook next year? No. But also you can't discount, what he did in the last few weeks.
By the way, we've talked about it before, Max, but like Alberto Mondesi is like the ultimate example of, okay, how much do you count the first 2 months when he was not good at all, or how much do you count the last month when he was one of the 5 best players in the American League? It's quite difficult.
And then you also have to remember the schedule was nothing like a real schedule with only playing the teams in your division and the
Oh,
other leagues division. So
well, okay. So now let's take it a step further. Let's talk about instructs, right? Instructionally. So teams brought a lot of their minor leaguers to instructional league for basically a month, 3 weeks, month, depending on the team, right? Some guys showed up and were really good. Okay, that's very encouraging, right? But it was a good month in instructs, in games that didn't count really. And the flip side of it is like, okay, how much do you knock down a guy who was bad in a month of instructs that came after a year where he didn't get to play baseball? And, depending on where you were in the country, depending on your situation, may not even got a chance to work out a whole lot. Like, going to the gym has not been particularly a recommended activity if you're in a hot spot.
mm-hmm.
So it's hard this year. It's really hard. We're going to do the best we can. We're doing the best we can, but it is hard.
You're the best in the business, so I assume you'll be able to figure it out.
We're working hard on it every day. I mean, and again, you just try to gather as much information as you can to do it as well as you can, and then from there Max, the biggest losers, two groups. The guys, to me, the biggest losers are the guys who were coming off of an injury. So, say you missed all of 19 with an injury, right? And you were supposed to be back healthy in 20. Well, so now instead of it being that you missed a season, you missed two. And that doesn't maybe sound like a ton, but okay, so let's say that you were, a 21-year-old slated to go to double A, that you got hurt at the start of 2019. Well, now you're going to be, okay, so you did play in 19, then you did play in 20, and now you're going to be a 23-year-old in 2021 who still hasn't played in double A. And so you go from being seemingly like, ahead of the curve to maybe being behind it. And there's nothing to be done about that. And that breaks up the no-hitter.
Yeah.
Gavin Lux. I'm working on the Rays list too. Brent Honeywell hadn't pitched since 2017. So he has 18, 19, and 20 all off of, and there's a run. Edwin Rios coming through.
Yep, makes it 3-1 the Twins now. Oh, and a wild throw to first base. Rios is going to come in to score.
Game got very interesting very quickly.
Yeah, it's something like I'm very interested in is going to be to see. I don't remember how many there were, but like high school pitchers that were drafted this year that maybe got a couple starts or a couple innings in before the year got washed away, and now they're have to wait a long time. And I figure if you got drafted out of high school, your body's going to do a lot of changing in that first year of being in a major league in a minor league system, and now that's just not a thing. I mean, again, like we said, you could try to do gym stuff at home during this whole year, but
you hopefully got better, but it's not always easy. But by the way, I rock this. For us, yes, he's going to, because he did pitch, by the way, this year. He is showing he's healthy, and I just can't quit Brett Honeywell no matter how many injuries he seems to compile. He was going to be really good before he went down and then down again and then down again. I mean, 18, 19, but he was supposed to be back in 20.
Look, if we've learned anything from 2020, it's a couple of injuries and getting sent ups and downs. Not going to stop some guys. Like we had Bard come back, Tyler Matzik for the Braves. I mean, Johnny Venters came back last year after 3 or 4 Tommy Johns. So,
I rock this points out. Like Kyle Zimmer, I did that with Kyle Zimmer. Like Kyle Zimmer, we just kept ranking him. We were going to keep ranking him. I think he kept sitting at like 30 on the Royals list because I just kept going over in my mind that, the reality of it is that at the end of the day, what was that? Oh, long fly out. But at the end of the day, a healthy Kyle Zimmer was better than the guys I was ranking at the back of the list. And it took forever, but he's pitching in the majors. Maybe not nearly as good as what he was before all the injuries, but he is still a major league pitcher. Big Red Fury, Hedbert Perez. The Brewers need him to be good. I like him, but obviously a long, long ways away. But that's a system that doesn't have a whole lot of impact talent, so he's going to rank pretty well for them. Hunter Green, pitching. I don't. I got to be honest with you, Reader MJ. I'm doing the Reds list too, but I'm working on Cardinals first and then jumping into Reds. So I will have a whole lot more information on Hunter Green in a few weeks than I have right now.
After a rough first inning, Dustin Mays really battled back.
He really did settle down.
He just got his 8th strikeout through 6 innings. So. And they're only trailing by 1 now. So he's put them in a position to win the game.
I was gonna say he really did. He bounced back.
I will hold all my Braves questions. Who should I send all my Braves questions to? Who's doing the Braves list?
I've already, I have read that one. So,
who's my catcher of the future? That's what I want to know.
I do think Contreras has a chance to do that. Like getting up and playing in the majors this past year helps a little bit on that. Like again, you got him and Langoliers both coming, and I think that they're the perfect kind of job share because I think Langoliers is going to hit some, but I think that Langoliers is a really good defender. I think Contreras is a really good athletic guy who can hit, and it gives you kind of you're well covered. I mean, the Braves like to platoon. They did that with, they seem like they've generally done that. I know d'Arnaud played more than that this year, but like what it was Flowers and Suzuki, it was.
I feel like ever since McCann left, it's just been platoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Flowers and Suzuki was their catcher position was like the best in the league.
It was very productive. Big Red Fury, do the Cardinals have a complimentary piece for Dylan Carlson? Where's Cardinals fan 3000 when you need him? Because he believes they have a complimentary piece. And his name is Nolan Gorman. Actually, yeah, Nolan Gorman, he's a little further away, but Nolan Gorman has a chance to be a complimentary piece. The big thing is that Nolan Gorman needs to, he's going to be power. It's going to be some strikeouts and all to go with that. But the big thing for the Cardinals is the Cardinals have to do a better job of evaluating their own. I mean, it has to be painful to look at Luke Voigt plus, Randy Rosarina in the playoffs and go, I mean, those were their guys. And by the way, we've got a lot of, this is a key moment here in the game.
Yeah, May left the bases loaded for Robinson Ortiz here with only 1 out at the top of the 7th. Probably should have pulled him before he went out there.
Yes. Thanks.
And Nick Gordon's got the infield in, so anything's possible here.
Speed on the bases, too.
The grounds to the first baseman who comes home for out number 2. Kirilloff's up.
Okay, so trying to catch through these next. Dude, Kyle Isbell and clearly have the ability to play center field in the majors, the corner guys. I would say, I would start with that the Royals have traditionally, that was big of the Dodgers to get out of that. Mm-hmm. The Royals have traditionally had very, very high expectations for their center fielders defensively. So I'm going to say no on Lee. I mean, they've played him as much in the corners. It's like, again, I think he could play center for some teams. I just don't think he's the center fielder that the Royals are looking for. Isbell, I think, has a little bit more shot, but again, I don't know if either of those guys is a center fielder in the Royals' traditional 70 defender in center field kind of way. And Pump 29, do you agree the Nationals have the weakest system in baseball? By the way, is this, oh, they are sending him.
Yep, they sent him. And they're going to tie it
And
up.
I don't know why he didn't slide, but he did score. So tie ball game. But I wouldn't go that far. I think I would say the Brewers have the weakest system in baseball right now. That'd be my pick. Again, that's not our official BA talent rankings. That's my off the cuff opinion sitting here on a Tuesday night during an election. But that would be my thought. And who has the best outfield group in baseball? Well, I wouldn't give Lewis as a prospect anymore, but I would say Taylor Trammell counts, and so that gives you Taylor Trammell, Rodriguez Kelenic, or Corbin Carroll, uh, Alec Thomas, and Christian Robinson. And I'm going to go Mariners there. I mean, J. Rod and Kelenic are two of the best, 10, 15 prospects in baseball, and I can't say that about any of the Diamondback guys. So I think that's pretty easy. Um, Big Red Fury, crazy that their two guys come from Milwaukee and Kellen and Lux. It is crazy. I actually remember writing when Gavin Lux. Oh, is that? Nope. But
Just a fly out.
I remember writing with Gavin Lux when he was draft eligible about the truly, and I mean horrendous history of Wisconsin high school draft prospects. None of them had succeeded. Obviously that has changed. And I think one of the big reasons that has changed is those guys all play now on kind of like a select travel team that plays other top prospects in the region pretty regularly through the year. And so they get to compete against much better talent now than they did a few years ago. So I do think that that's helped a lot for Wisconsin talent to kind of develop better.
You know what we forgot to do?
What?
We forgot to give away a 1-1 subscription to Baseball America.
Oh, yes.
That seems to work. So we'll do that now.
Ticket, and now we'll see all ticket.
Exclamation point ticket. We had so many good questions from the chat that completely slipped my mind. What were the results of Carlos's poll between Kelenic
I haven't. Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to go look right now.
I think it was Kelenic, but I wonder how much of that is hurt Mets fans.
It is Kelenic by a pretty significant margin. I don't know if I agree with that answer.
My wonder is, I feel like more people talk about Kelenic because of the trade and the Metsing and giving up all that stuff for Robinson, Cano, and Edwin Diaz. But I feel like he has more household.
Does probably. But I'm a little bit slight edge to Julio Rodriguez probably for myself, but it's close. So this game is, I mean, this is game 4 of the World Series yet, but it's maybe game 5.
Yeah, it's getting there. Tied through 8. So, hey, anything's possible.
That looks like a double play there. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that was 2 outs.
Victor Gonzalez is going to come in to try to keep the Twins to 3 and try to get a win in the bottom of the 9th. I feel like I semi-remember watching spring training games this year, but I also feel like that was 15 years ago. It does feel
like it was 7 years ago at least. I mean, like Randy Rosarina had a great spring training, and it's like, by the time the season rolled around, that was like completely understandably forgotten. By the way, after that great first inning, the Twins haven't done a lot here.
No, they've been very quiet.
You know what? Thong me, I'm going to give you, this is when I say deep cut, this is like journey to the center of the earth deep cut. But Ford Proctor is starting to catch for the Rays, and I think he could really be pretty good there. Like I think that he could be kind of like that late developing catcher who ends up being something. So again, don't go overboard on it yet. He's literally just started doing it, but the early results are pretty promising. I think he's going to go to the Australia Baseball League to keep trying to do it.
Is he going to play for the Tuitaras or?
I don't know. Remember which team he is headed to, but you probably have the hats better than I do. I can promise you that.
Yeah, I think the shipping's the problem getting him here, though. I need to make some friends in the Australian Baseball League so I can get them to buy me the hats and save it to just one shipping cost rather than.
I might be able to help you on that if I know some guys who usually end up broadcasting those games. So
Ooh, because it's only like eight
if I
teams,
know it a
right?
couple of years ago, I was going to say that I have multiple people who are headed to Australia.
It's only like 8 teams, right? So I think
Hmm.
problem is they have like their own stores, so it's all different shipping. It's very tough. But if I had an Australian in the area that could facilitate that, things would be good.
Uh, and Tim2331, who's a or is suited to thrive? Man, that's tough because
We don't even know what 2021 is going to look
yeah,
like.
I mean, but we know it's going to be 120 teams. It's like it's easier for me to say who's going to suffer more than thrive, and I say that because like take the Rays, take the Yankees. Those are teams. Oh, oh,
Brent Rooker, 3-run home run, 395 feet to give the Twins a 6-3 lead.
sorry to interrupt, but I had to stop for that because you know.
That was
But
big.
that was big for the Twins. That was bad for Max. Because now we're gonna watch two. Looks like. Um, but uh, but like the Rays always they draft high school pitchers. They send them to the complex. The second year, they send them out to the Appy League or the New York Penn League, and in their third pro year, that's when they make their full season debut. Well, you can't do that anymore. I mean, you can, but basically, you're just saying, "Hey, we're going to sign you, and now you're going to spend the next few years in the complex," and no one wants to do that. Oh, man, this would be crushing for the Twins if but the tying run is on deck.
Ooh, strike out there for Pages.
And
A little ground out for Kendall. 2-2 count to DJ Peters. Strikes out swinging.
Max, I would say, I mean, every org already has analytics. I mean, everyone. Oh, so here we go. We're going to a game 7.
I mean, we could just like skip to the 5th inning if we want. Or go a little quicker. Game
That's
7.
true. Again, like I would the team. I just want to see like if the Mets spend on everything this offseason, including. I mean, it would not cost a whole lot to acquire some really good scouts, some really good front office officials, and all. They're available. They've been laid off,
Hmm.
and so analysts. I mean, all of it. And again, I say the Mets because they got a new owner who seems willing to spend. So here we go: Mitchell White, Jordan Belosinic.
Let's see if we can fly through this one. Oh, we should probably pick a winner here.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Let's close that. We'll give it a couple more innings. Exclamation point ticket gets you entered to win a 1-month subscription to Baseball America. Also, make sure you check out the Baseball America podcast.
Got another one I'm supposed to record tomorrow, I think.
I'm still trying to catch up through all my baseball podcasts. I have not listened to Boston College, Mike Gambino talk 2021.
I cannot. I mean, I try to keep up with my podcast, but it is hard.
I currently have 116 unplayed episodes, so slowly but surely kind of going through that.
Nameless Poet. There's still some upper level guys in the Brave system I really like. I mean, Pache's still a prospect eligible. Drew Waters, some of those pitchers at the upper levels, Tucker Davidson, Bryce Wilson, still eligible. So there's still some there. Shea Langoliers, but after that, it's thin. It's quite thin. And the Braves, I would say, are doing a different approach. It's a little bit kind of like higher floor, lower ceiling draft picks than they used to do. And we'll see how that goes. But like they're much more college heavy than they were kind of during the last 15 years before that. A lot of swinging bunts here. But that one worked. By the way, 550 people here on election night. Apparently everyone else needs a diversion too.
They need something to take their mind off things. And there we go. Devin Mann scores on a Lux triple to make it 1-0 Dodgers.
That worked out for the Twins in the end. Get to jump out early, even though they had to come back late to do it.
The question is, when will Tukey Toussaint be something good? That's my question.
I still think he's got a chance to be a pretty good reliever.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he kind of needs to just be put in that role and let him kind of just, okay, even if you walk 6 guys today, you're that was a ugly error.
Yep, third baseman drops it. Edwin Rios. I know.
By the way, Max Fire doing that without ever pitching a Double-A or Triple-A before this year. Very impressive by Bubik.
Oh, you don't want to give these guys extra outs here.
DJ Peters making this ugly.
Yep, now 5-zip Dodgers. And Josh Widener coming in. I feel like now we can skip some half innings. Let's see. Let's finish this half inning. They get nothing. That was it for them. Ooh, all right. Now we can't skip because in the top of the second, Twins got 3 runs on 2 hits. How'd they even do that? Solo home run for Brent Rooker. Walk to Wade. Jeffers with a 2-run home run. Wait, is that 3 runs? I can't count. Yeah, 3 runs. Okay, maybe we won't skip anything this time.
Let's keep rolling along. It got more interesting.
Yeah, I did not. I kind of felt like that was one of those ones where they get 5 in the first, the other team just kind of.
Nope, 9-game 7 World Series.
Anything's possible. Who are some under-the-radar guys who stock rows at alternate sites? I might have a big year next year.
Oh, Max. Come here, Max.
Oh, Max is ready.
I don't want to overreact to anything. So, like, I'm just not willing to say, like, a guy had a good... by the way, yes, it's cold here, so skinny dog sweater.
Yep.
But I mean, some guys had good, alt sites, but I'm worried about raising a guy's stock too much off of a good alt site. Because when you talk to these teams, I know this is going to sound surprising, but it sounds like most everyone had good alt sites. By the way, when we watch it, the Dodgers just keep mashing.
Yeah, even like the third assistant coach had to play left field for 3 innings in a game. Probably had a good offsite.
Yeah, Max, we had to get a sweater for the dog. He has an outdoor sweater jacket too because it's he gets cold very easy.
Yeah.
We have a fireplace, and that's his favorite spot to live at this point.
Yeah, my dog's been walking around in a skeleton T-shirt for the last couple days to be in the Halloween mood.
He's also tired, it appears. I know I say that, Max, because our dog before this was Roxy was a 45-pound, long-haired kind of border collie, uh, uh, black lab mix, and that dog could handle snow, and it didn't. This dog shivers in a slight breeze.
Nick Gordon, solo home run,
Yeah.
making it 4-7. And Andre Jackson coming to the game for the Dodgers.
I don't have a great answer, nameless poet, on Fulton Awitz. I mean, I do think uh, he's going to be a great minor league, invite, signing an invite to someone if he doesn't get a major league deal, because it, it wasn't that long ago he was really good major league pitcher.
Yeah, when he was good, he was really good. And now minor league free agent.
Yeah, minor league free agent. Check it out. We have the full list over at baseballamerica.com.
Featuring such guys as Shelby Miller.
Yeah, the name was put. The key thing is getting that arm back. The velocity was down this year. If Yachty leaves, I would think that they'll bring in a vet, but then Andrew Kisner, who was up a little bit for them this year, is the guy who will share time with whatever vet they get.
I don't know. I think it would be so weird if Yachty goes to a different team.
I do too. This seems like if he wants to play 2 more years, that's one where it seems like it makes sense on both sides for him to sign a 2-year deal with the Cardinals to finish it up.
I want to say last year we did a Cardinals franchise. I think I had to force him to retire in like 2023 or 2024. I was like, you can't play anymore. Like you got to go. I know you want to keep coming, but.
By the way, Max the dog does enjoy watching baseball. I can't get my girls to watch baseball that much, but the dog likes to sit on my lap and watch baseball. So.
Yeah, is that a 2020 thing or is that an always been thing?
Well, we lost our old dog last December, so we got Max right before the COVID quarantine began, and so this was his first baseball season. Rescued in March.
Nice. I've noticed this year my dog wanted to watch a lot more baseball with me.
I can tell you, Max's run tool's not very good because he tires out quickly. It's kind of a Bartolo Colon. Is he around second? Even though he has some whippet in him, so it's kind of he can run, but he doesn't really. He's not thrilled to run. His eyes tool pretty good, but his hit tool also, like when you try to toss him food, not great. I guess snout-eye coordination. So I'm going to say some concerns there too.
Jaron Kendall. 390.
We maybe will skip an inning or two again here.
All right, let's do this. Skip half inning. 8-4, still good. 8-4, still good. Dodgers got another run. Twins got another run. Dodgers get 2 more runs, 11-5 in the top of the 7th. All right, let's see if the Twins can do something here in the top of the 9th.
Here we go.
They need base runners.
They need a lot of base runners.
Great question from Nameless Poet. Why are ratings 20 to 80 and not 0 to 100? I don't know if he's talking about in the game or if he's talking about in real life.
I'll give you the real life answer, which goes back to Branch Rickey. Branch Rickey created the 20 to 80 scouting scale, long time ago. And it's based on standard deviations. So the idea is 50 is average, and the vast majority, 63% of all major league players should fall between basically 40 and 60 or 55, really 45 and 55 on the scale. Then you go one standard deviation out, that's a six, or that's a four. You go two standard deviations, that's a seven, or that's a three. And then three standard deviations gives you an eight or a two, and that gets you all but like I think it's like 0.6% of the population. So the idea being an 80 is the top of the scale. Again, by standard deviation purposes, you can say that there actually is a 90. There's someone above the scale. Like Aroldis Chapman always said, is the 90 fastball. He's the hardest. He was for a decade the hardest thrower in baseball. Qualities of fastball played that way too. And so that's the 90, but it's on an 80, 20 to 80 scale. But so it's based on standard deviation. So you can think of, and there we go.
There we go.
Geez,
Dodgers
like the
win.
Dodgers hadn't had enough. Yes, so like a plus tool is two standard deviations.
See, learn something every week here.
And by the way, yeah, the Dodgers just an amazing year.
They used 6 pitchers, and they got it done. Congratulations!
And you unlock the achievement.
Yeah, got the World Series. Champions. First time versus the Twins. Nice. All right. That's the Baseball America Prospects League 2020.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for really since before the Major League season came back, if I remember right.
Has it been 4 months? That can't possibly
like
be right.
3.5?
4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, 4 months. Ish. Roughly 4. I think we took a week off here and there.
Yeah, we definitely took a week off here or there. But thank you guys. It has been it's been a fun journey to see the Dodgers all the way through this, and it's been fun to watch. That basically it's like, oh, Cardinals fan, Max Fire, Jefferson Jim. There's a slew of you guys, you all who have been here. Thank you all, for coming out most every Tuesday night.
Don't forget, you can follow Baseball America on Twitter at Baseball America. You can follow JJ on Twitter at JJCoop36. Thank you, JJ, to everybody at Baseball America. And we never picked a winner. Speaking of people at Baseball America,
yes,
we never picked a winner, so we should probably do that. So I can
pick a winner.
Send the information.
By the way, I've got one of my old Baseball America Prospect Handbook shirts on right here. So
very nice. I don't have my my Baseball America X Baseball Lifestyle 101 shirt around here. I think it's in the laundry. Actually, no, I just folded it. Atomic Hefe. If you could send AZ Axel your email, we will get that taken care of for you, assuming you're still here, because we pulled that a long time ago. He is. Alex, if you can message him. Yeah, JJ, hopefully we can do something again in the future.
But that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was.
Thank you all.
This was great. Thank you guys all for watching. Really do appreciate it. Again, make sure you follow Baseball America everywhere. And make sure you follow us here, twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Hit the follow button, turn your notifications on, because we got streams all week long. So thank you guys for watching. JJ, thank you for being here. Max, you are now free to use the restroom.
I'm going to go do that right now.
Take it easy, folks.